This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of today's host team and MSPN Digital Television.
This is MSPN Digital Television, promoting local teams and local athletes since 2017 in North Dakota and Minnesota.
Third time's the charm for the Otters. They're your Section 8 2A champions tonight. With the victory here over the Monaga Braves.
Producing area youth and high school sports broadcasts, along with news, highlights, and scores of the area's semi-professional teams.
In the 2018 Clark Cup champions are the Fargo Force.
Also search MSPN DTV to follow us on most social media platforms for news, scores, and highlights of college sports. Plus the Twins, T-Wolves, Wild, Lynx, PWHL, Vikings, and so much more. MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website, mspndtv.com. This MSPN broadcast starts right now.
All right, welcome back. Give me 1 second here.
All right, it is time now for the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. Players, you will repeat after me. I will keep the rules. Keep faith with my teammates. Keep my temper.
All right, welcome back to Starting Bank Field. Sorry I had a hamburger between games there, and some of the seasoning went down the wrong part of my esophagus, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not a medical expert either. But anyways, it's the Williston Keybirds and the Jamestown Eagles in another elimination game here at the 2024 State AA Legion Baseball Tournament. One of these two teams' seasons will come to a conclusion at the conclusion of this game, while the winner will move on to play Minot in our 7:30 p.m. game later tonight. So this game a little bit behind schedule, but not too badly, about 27 minutes behind schedule. As our first game of the day, if you didn't have a chance to watch that one yet, went to the bottom of the ninth before we ended up getting a winner, and it would be the Fargo Post 400 Stars getting a RBI that bounced off the pitcher's mound into shallow center field. And that would allow a run to score from second base, and the Stars would pick up a 3-2 victory over Grand Forks. So Mandan and Grand Forks, the first two teams to be eliminated in this year's state tournament. And one of these two teams will be eliminated. And then in our next two games, we'll have two more teams eliminated. So a total of 5 teams eliminated after today's round of the state tournament. And that will leave us with 4 standing, in theory, I think, if I did the math right there. So we'll see if the math is right or not. We'll take a break, come back with your starting lineups. We're moments away from the first pitch. Stay tuned. We're coming right back. Actually, we're going to keep it here. I don't think we have time for a break, so we'll just send it right now to the top of the first inning here. Bodie Ekblad, as the Williston Keybirds are in their bright orange with black pants. Bodie Ekblad is your starting pitcher. Nick Rustad is behind the plate catching over at first. Connor Ekblad. Caleb Bernal at second. Bridger Johnson, the shortstop. Jaden Iba at third, excuse me. In the outfield, Chase Collings in center. Max Heen in right, and Garrett Solberg in left. Your first 3 batters for Jamestown: Thomas Newman, Tyson Jorison, and Jackson Colpin. And the first pitch of this game comes at 1:59 p.m.
Sunny skies, 85 degrees.
sunny and 85 right now here at Starling Bank Field. A little bit warmer than it was during that first game, obviously, but it was rather cool in that first game. Cool for a summer anyway. One ball and one strike, and that pitch will come low and out for ball 2. Once again, Thomas Newman is the batter. In the doubleheader against Fargo Post 400 to open up the season, he went 1 for 4 with 1 hit to left center field and 3 groundouts. 2-1. Jamestown came that close to being in the winner's bracket as they nearly, almost that close, didn't knock off West Fargo in our only other extra inning game of the tournament. Jamestown went to 8 innings with West Fargo, and Fargo Post 400 went to 9 innings with Grand Forks. So a runner on now, and now brings up Tyson Jorison. The sun is bright. Having trouble seeing my monitors here, but we'll do the best we can. I think that was a ball. I was a little bit sarcastic on that one. Tyson Jorison in that doubleheader had a hit and 2 groundouts. He'll show bunt. He bunts it right back to Ekblad, and it will do its job as it gets his teammate Newman up to second base, and 1 out's on the board.
Batting third, number 18, third baseman Jackson Colton.
And there's a strike. Runner takes off for third. They'll fire it over to third, and he's out. Second out is recorded, and the runner taken off base. No pitch. It remains 0-1 here to Colpin. Williston would fall 4-3 in the opening game of the tournament to Grand Forks. They would come back, pick up a 5-3 victory in a nearly 2-hour 7th inning of play, thanks to a 1 hour and 41-minute weather delay, and pick up a 5-3 victory over Mandan, bringing them into today's game against Jamestown. And that one's inside for a ball. We're at 2-1. Jamestown would pick up a 6-5 win over Dickinson in the opening game of the tournament. And this one's popped up. Could be a chance here for Jaden Ibaugh, and no, he'll be called off. And now Bridger Johnson will make the catch, and that will retire Jamestown here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left on, and we go to the bottom of the first right after this.
Who just picked up Buffalo Wild Wings Go? The Hankster! Hank! What?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go.
Yeah, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go. Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go?
Jimmy already got B-Dubs.
Okay, Jimmy already got B-Dubs Go delivered, but did he get 6 free wings?
Yeah.
No! That's why I love bourbon barbecue wings!
Wow. That was something.
You didn't like it.
No.
I mean, I used to sing on cruises.
What made you stop?
The cruises. Bourbon barbecue wings!
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more.
Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services.
All right, welcome back. Derek Hadlewick on the mound here for Jamestown Eagles. He'll be tossing them into the glove of Tyson Jorison behind the plate. Over at first, you get Bennett Gaynor, Ethan Ottley at second, Thomas Newman the shortstop, Jackson Colpin at third base. In the outfield, it's Isaac Webster. I wonder if I wrote that down wrong. The handwriting's kind of, it could be either Webster or Weber. We'll find out when our PA announcer announces him. Preston Gall and Caden Hawkinson are the center fielder and right fielder, respectively, to finish up the defensive setup here for Jamestown. Max Heen, Chase Collins, Connor Ekblad will be the first three batters that we see here in the bottom of the first. We already went over how Williston got here. Jamestown got here with a 6-5 win over Dickinson, the opener, and then they would fall 6-5 in 8 innings to West Fargo, bringing them into today's game against Williston. So Hadlewick will set and wind and deliver the first pitch, and it's low for a ball to the batter, Maxine. So one pitch, one ball. I'm surprised that I'm not exhausted out after that 9-inning game. That one comes right back and just to the left of our broadcast booth. If anybody's sitting on the stools outside the entry door to the broadcast booth here, they might have a souvenir from the state tournament. 1 ball, 1 strike. And this one right back up. Hadlewick will jump up, grab it down, fire it over to Gaynor, and that's a 1-3 ground out.
Second, number 3, center fielder Chase Collins.
Chase Collins. And I want to say thanks to a few of the Williston parents for helping me out with some names. I asked the Williston radio guy, and he's like, well, you can say it one of 3 ways. I'm like, no. I'm pretty sure if I talked to the parent that they would only tell me there's one way to say it. So it's one thing that bugs me is if a broadcaster can't pronounce the names correctly. And it bugs me no matter which, if it's another TV station, radio station, another streamer, if they don't say the name right, it bugs me. So I like to get them right. That one will pounce through for ball 1. Swing and a miss by Collins for strike number 3. And it's a strikeout for Hadlewick.
Number 15, first baseman Connor Ekblad.
Connor Ekblad to the plate now. Most of the harder to pronounce names are currently reserves for this particular game for Williston, so I may only have to say 1 or 2 of them depending on how the game goes, but we'll find out, I guess. It just missed. I thought he maybe hit the edge, but he did not. And it's 1 ball and no strike to Connor Ekblad. Garrett Solberg is on deck. And ball 2. Once again, the winner of this game will get Minot at the 7:30 game tonight. So if your team wins, we're broadcasting your team again at 7:30. 2-1 the count now here to Ekblad. (3-1), and he'll walk him. I'll bring up Garrett Solberg. Brad Anderson, the PA announcer, will be in for the next game between the Bismarck Governors and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. That one's scheduled for a 5 p.m. start. I think we'll get there. I think we'll still start at 5, even though our first game went late. I don't see a reason why we wouldn't start that one at 5 based on the fact that it's only 2:10 right now. So unless this game goes about 2.5 hours, that would be the only reason we wouldn't start that other game at 5. Right now we're at 11 minutes. And that one was outside for a ball. And it's 1-1. It took 30 minutes to play the first inning between Grand Forks and Fargo Post 400. And then it took an additional 30 minutes to play the next 3.5 innings. And we went to the bottom of the 5th at the 1 hour mark. (2-1) and Ekblad up to second. And a strike is called to even it up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, that one's a little bit low. And a full count here to Garrett Solberg. Jaden Iba awaits on deck here for Williston in the bright orange jerseys that make me want to go get a Fanta Pop, to be honest with you. I like the jerseys. I really do. They kind of remind me of the Baltimore Orioles almost. Talking on the old school Baltimore Orioles. I don't know if they wear the bright orange anymore, but they did in the 80s and 90s. That one's fouled away, so 2 payoff pitches fouled away. And Solberg stays alive at a 3-2 count, and we'll see his 3rd payoff pitch here on this at-bat. And he will take it to left. And it's going to go over the head, and it'll bounce over the fence for a ground rule double. So that will score Ekblad on the automatic 2-base advance.
Number 11, third baseman Jaden Iba.
And Jaden Iba now with his teammate Solberg on second. Solberg will get an RBI and a hit on that ground rule double. That will score the run. And Williston has the 1-0 lead. There are 2 outs. And a 1-ball, no strike count. And that one will drop low for ball 2. That one is going to left, and it's going foul. 2-1 as a result of the fouled away pitch. On side of Jim, back once again. Give you a thumbs up for that, Jim. Thank you so much. I think he's been here for every game of the tournament. I'm not 100% sure on that. Although I'm pretty sure there's many others who have been here for every game of the tournament too. 3-1. 2 away, runner on second as a result of a ground rule double. And the Williston Keybirds have a 1-0 lead early on here. And that pitch is strike 2. I almost said strike 3, but it's strike 2 to Jaden Iba. Haddowick at 22 pitches right now. His next pitch will be 23. And he'll walk him. I'll bring up Kalani Hoagland.
Number 18, designated hitter, Kalani Hoagland.
And there's strike 1. Scoreboard says 4 balls and 3 strikes. But it's 0-1, I promise you. I don't know if you can see the scoreboard on your screen or not. The sun's really brightening things up here at Starry and Bank Field. There's a swing and a miss for strike 2. And the pitch. 0-2, tried to hit the outside, missed, ball 1. Here's the windup in the 1-2 pitch, and that one's going to be taken to left field. And out of play as it just foul. And a late swing and a strikeout. Or maybe not. Did he tip it foul? Yep, he must have tipped it foul. Jamestown's taking off for the dugout to get the bats, and they're saying that it nicked his bat, so he'll stay alive at a 1-2 count. And a throw to third, and he slides in safely. Runners on the corners now as Solberg advances to third on the stolen base. The pitch came across as a ball, and we're at 2 balls, 2 strikes as a result. So runners on the corners, Jay Nyba on first, Garrett Solberg on third. Kalani Hoagland facing 2 balls and 2 strikes against Jamestown pitcher Haddowick. And Jamestown looking at that double steal. And now they'll throw home. The tag's applied, and he's safe. He is safe. I was going to say he was out. It looked like the tag was applied, and apparently home plate umpire saw something that I didn't, and he's safe, and it's 2-0 Williston. And the runner takes off for second. And that one's popped way up. Way up, at least 400 feet, I swear. Wow, that was popped way up in the air. and it's eventually caught by Hadley for the third out. So they strand one on base, and they score 1 run on 1 hit and no errors, and we go now to the top of the second. 1 in the books and 2-0 Williston early on. We'll be back with more in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, welcome back. Top of the second. Preston Gall, the leadoff batter. And it's 2 balls, no strike count to Preston Gall. So Bennett Gaynor, Adam Sortland, the other 2 batters we'll see for Jamestown for sure here in the top of the second. Top of the first this time took 20 minutes to play instead of 30 minutes like in the last game. There's a strike, 2-1 the count now. 10 pitches for Bodie Ekblad, 5 balls, 5 strikes. Swing and a miss on a pitch that was going to the outside. Preston Gall may want that one back. 2-2. We'll see if Ekblad can get another K past Gall. He'll set, wind, deliver the 2-2. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And Bodie Ekblad collects another K into the stat book and brings up Bennett Gaynor.
First baseman Bennett Gaynor.
One ball, no strike here to Bennett Gaynor. Here's the 2-0 pitch from Ekblad, and that one is in for ball 3. (3-1), and he'll walk him on the 3-1 pitch. So Jamestown has a runner on now. It'll be Adam Sortland, the batter.
Number 16, designated hitter Adam Sortland.
They'll try the pickoff attempt there on Gaynor at first, and he's back in time. 2 runs on a hit, no errors for Jamestown. On a play at the plate on a double steal threat. And the throw from the first baseman to home was there in time, but the tag was applied a little bit late as the runner was able to get his hand on home plate first, and he was safe. That one comes inside, and it's 1 ball, no strike now here to Adam Sortland. Ironically, the Stars scored 2 in the bottom of the first in that first game as well, and almost went to double-digit innings to decide a winner in that one. Another pickoff attempt, and he's back in time. And that slider will miss for ball 3. Three balls and no strikes. Nobody out. All right, check that. 1 out and a runner on first, Bennett Gaynor. And the 3-0 pitch is down low for ball 4, and he walks back-to-back batters to put runners on first and second for Caden Hawkinson. And first, a visit to the mound here for Williston.
Batting 7th, right fielder number 17, Caden Hawkinson.
All right. 1 out here. Caden Hawkinson, the batter. Runners on first and second. And the pitch is inside for ball 1. Runners on. Bennett Gaynor on second. Adam Sortland on first. Bodie Ekblad will set. Look back at second. Look back at second a second time and deliver. In there for a strike. 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 2 runners on. 2-run ball game. 1 hit on the board. That hit belongs to Williston. And there's a bouncing ball to short. Up to second. Can they turn it to first? No, they cannot. He runs it out. And now put runners on the corners and take second base off. Caden Hawkinson will reach on a fielder's choice as they get the force out at second on Sortland, and Gaynor advances to third. And I'll take a look at my binoculars here. It's Webster and not Weber. Like I said, I couldn't read the handwriting earlier, so it's Webster. Isaac Webster, to be more exact. 1 ball, no strike. Jamestown with a runner 90 feet away from getting on the scoreboard here. All they need to do is find a base hit. And that's low for a strike. We're even at 1-1. No runs, no hits, no errors. And 1 left on base up to this point in the game for Jamestown. They're in danger of leaving 2 on base here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. See if Ekblad can close out the inning here. No, he cannot. Low and out, ball number 2. We're even at 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2s across the board. 31 minutes into the ball game. Pitch 29 coming up here for Bodie Ekblad. And the pitch is swing and a miss. It went outside, and if he would not have swung, it would have been ball 3. Instead, it's out 3, and they leave 2 stranded on base. It is 2-0 after 1.5 in favor of Williston. We'll be back with more with Williston batting when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Sorry for the late return there, but Miley Cyrus was singing about how the Britney song is on, and yeah, I wanted to keep the game on the air. It's a party in Southwest Fargo. If they would ever end that song. I don't have anything against that song, but let's get back to baseball here. And that one's sent out into left field and caught by Isaac Webster for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Brings us to Nick Rustad, as that's Caleb Bernal, who would fly out to left field. One and 0 to Rustad. As Hadlewick will deliver, and now we're even at, or we're not even, but it's 2 and 0. Our next matchup coming up at 5 is the Bismarck Governors and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. Brad Anderson will be in on the play-by-play call for that game. 2 and 1 now here to Nick Rustad. And then the nightcap will be Minot versus one of these 2 teams. And it's strike 2. And a strikeout. Sends him looking for out number 2. And brings up Bridger Johnson. strike. The 0-1 pitch. That one's sent out into center field. And it's caught there by Preston Gall. That's out number 3. It retires Williston. They strand no one on base. And we go to the end of the second, to the top of the third with a 2-0 score in favor of the Keybirds. And Jamestown will bring out the bats when they return in 60 seconds.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Oh, come on! You gotta box out! That's the problem with kids these days. No fundamentals.
Fundamentals?
Yeah, it's not that hard. You just gotta box out! Box out! Box out! Oh, look at this guy. He can't get past me. I'm lining my hooves because I'm a buffalo. Box out! Double box out!
It's gonna be that way.
Box out! See what I'm saying? It's just fundamentals. What? What's wrong with your faces?
Welcome back. Top of the third, 2-0 Williston on a couple of early runs in the bottom of the first. Nothing since then, and it's an identical storyline to our first game between Fargo Post 2 and Grand Forks up to this point. We'll see if that storyline gets broken here in the top of the third or not. Ethan Otley will come to bat. His first trip to the plate in this game today. In the state tournament, he has a couple of hits, including reaching base on an error on one occasion. And that is strike one. Ball one. And this one is going to bounce up the middle and into shallow center field on a little slow roller.
Number 9, Thomas Newman.
Now, medium speed roller, we'll say, a medium speed bouncer. That's the first hit of the game for Jamestown. Thomas Newman back to the top of the order, 36 pitches for Ekblad through 9 batters. And he was showing bunt. He pulls it back. The pitch comes up high for a ball. And the runner on first stays put. Jay Nybaugh, third baseman, comes up a little bit, expecting a bunt. Newman slid his hand up the bat as if he was going to square up, but then never did. And now and he will drill one out into center field that'll drop for a base hit. It looked like he was going to square back and square up, and at the last moment he pulled his hand back down to the bottom of the handle of the bat and swung and put it out into center field. Back-to-back hits for Jamestown, and that brings up Tyson Jorgensen. And now bunt. What a nice bunt. And he might have a chance to run that out. And he slides into first And everybody is safe. Back to third. He's safe again. It's a bases-loaded bunt single. And 3 hits back-to-back for Jamestown. And now Jackson Colpen will have a chance to help his team get something done here in the top of the third. Bases loaded, and that one is sent to right field. And it's caught right where the infield meets the outfield by the second baseman, Caleb Bernal. Out one has been recorded.
Center fielder number 13, Preston Gall.
Preston Gall 0 for 2. Fly out and a strikeout swing. Swing and a miss, strike one. And the pitch. Misses for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to Preston Gall. Ethan Otley on third, Thomas Newman on second, Tyson Jorgensen on first. The runners on for Jamestown. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Swung on and popped foul through the left side of the batter's box. Good for strike 2. Jamestown, if they can find themselves a base hit, that would be huge and potentially tie the game. Gall swings, drop third strike, or yeah, he'll strike out.
First baseman number 5, Bennett Gaynor.
2 away. And Bennett Gaynor, he was walked last time he was at the plate, so he's 0 for 0. And this is a hard hit ball to third, up to second. They got it. They got the force out on Jorgensen at second. That ends the inning. They leave 3 stranded on base. And we go now to the middle of the third with Williston getting out of a bases-loaded jam and hanging on to their 2-0 lead. We'll be back with more in a moment. Stay tuned.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
All right, welcome back. Starting Bank Field, state tournament. Williston up 2-0 here in game 12 of this state tournament. 18 games, maybe 19 if necessary. That means we're a little over halfway through this tournament here. One of these two teams' season will come to conclusion at the conclusion of this game. 1 ball, no strike, and right now it's in favor of Williston, and the pitch count's in favor of Maxine. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Grounded right back out to Hadalick, and now he sends this to left field. And they will run, and they will run out of room as the ball will fall down for a strike. And that one's going out to left field as well. And dropping back is Thomas Newman to make the catch. Chase Collins, the batter now. First pitch is a ball. Second pitch is also a ball. It's 2-0. Says he did not go, so it'll be 3-1. And that one's hit well to right, and that's another catch and another out.
First baseman number 15, Connor Ekblad.
So Connor Ekblad, the batter, he's 0 for 0. He was walked last time he was at the plate. And that one will escape into the backstop for ball 1. That one's hit well to left center field. And the catch is made by Isaac Webster. So 3 flyouts, result in outs 1, 2, and 3. And it remains 2-0 after 3 complete, and Jamestown will come to bat with an opportunity to do what Grand Forks did in the top of the 4th and score 2 runs. So far, identical storyline to our earlier game. Oh, what could possibly be ahead for us? We'll find out in a moment. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fired Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Top of the fourth. Remains 2-0. And Adam Sortland will be the batter here. He was walked on his last trip to the plate. And he'll take the first pitch for ball 1. One pitch. In for strike 2. I'm having a hard time seeing that sun is blaring down. I can only imagine what it's like for the players. And that's caught in the outfield by Chase Collins.
Number 17, Caden Hawkinson.
Caden Hawkinson reached on a fielder's choice last time he was at the plate. Two balls and no strikes. And the pitch, high and in for ball 3. And he takes a strike when he thought it was a walk. And it's 3-1. Now on just over the head of Caleb Bernal, the second baseman, he'll drop for a base hit and a runner on.
Outfielder number 27, Isaac Webster.
Isaac Webster struck out swinging last time he was at the plate. Ethan Otley is on deck as the next batter. And that one came inside and nearly hit Webster for ball 1. Swing and a miss, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. It's ones across the board. You're in a 2-run ball game. Jamestown looking to get on the board here in the top of the 4th with the runner on. And that will be a base hit. Caden Hawkinson will move to second. He'll put on the brakes there. It's a single for Webster. And now Jamestown has a runner in scoring position. The tying run on base for Ethan Otley. And first, we're going to have a visit to the mound here for Williston. Otley had a single to center field last time he was up. If he does that again, Jamestown could be on the board. Now it's going to be the scoop here. And we'll have a new pitcher Bodie Ekblad, according to my numbers, 57. We'll see how close that is to the official count, which I presume will be announced here shortly. And my pitch count is exactly on with the official pitch count, 57 for Bodie Ekblad. And we'll have a new pitcher here for Williston, as Jamestown is threatening to collapse that 2-0 lead that Williston has. And it looks like Garrett Solberg is on the mound. And it is indeed Garrett Solberg. So we have a new left fielder as well.
Now playing left field for the T-Birds in the game, number 21, Eden Mortensen.
So Eden Mortensen, who in the regular season had jersey 9, is now wearing jersey 21. At least that's what they announced on the PA. They announced Ethan Mortensen, and according to my roster, he's number 9, but he's wearing 21 today. But at least we know who it is, even if the jersey number doesn't match up. So Garrett Solberg's first batter will be Ethan Otley. Runners on first and second, Caden Hawkinson on second, Isaac Webster on first. Solberg sets, winds, delivers. Fouled off for strike 1. 2 runners on base are still charged to the previous pitcher. Should they come in and score. Neal 1. Swing, tap, foul, caught, and strike 2. Nice block there by catcher Nick Rustad to make sure the runners stay where they're at. 1 ball and 2 strikes. And that one's right up the middle. Second baseman steps on second and runs out at first. So runners on the corners, second out recorded, as Isaac Webster's forced out at second. Otley reaches on a fielder's choice that advances Hawkinson to third, and that brings up the top of the order in Thomas Newman. One for one, hit by a pitch and a single. And the single was into center field. First pitch to Newman is in for ball 1. And another nice block by Rustad. So once again, runners on first and third. It's Otley on first and Hawkinson on third. 2 away. Solberg will stare down Otley on first. He'll set, wind, and deliver. Pitch is in for strike 1. And there's strike 2. And this one bouncing, won't get by a second baseman. They will get him at first on a 4-3 ground out. That'll strand 2 on base, and it remains 2-0 here after 4.5 play. Yeah. No, it should be. Scoreboard shows top of the 4th. It should be the bottom of the 4th. We should be going to the bottom of the 4th, I think. We'll figure it out here. Scoreboard shows a different inning than the one I have. We'll figure it out. We'll be back in just a moment.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
All right, bottom of the 4th is where we're at. Scoreboard still on the outfield still shows bottom of the 3rd, and I know we're not in the bottom of the 3rd. I'm 100% confident in that. Unless they're trying to extend this game, I don't know.
Pitcher number 8, Garrett Solberg.
Okay, now they've added a couple extra zeros, and now it's showing the bottom of the 4th on the scoreboard out there. So Garrett Solberg had the deep hit to left that bounced over the fence for a ground rule double back in the 1st inning. That scored the first of 2 runs for Williston. And now he gets hit by a pitch.
Third baseman number 11, Jaden Iba.
And Jaden Iba will be the batter. Bunt for strike 1. That one's hit onto left field. It'll bounce for a base hit, and it's somehow going to hold them to a single. I have no idea how that did not end up being a double. A nice move out in left field by Isaac Webster to get that ball in quickly. So Eden Mortensen, the new left fielder, is up to bat now. So this is his first plate appearance of the game. 0-1. As Williston looks to tack on to their 2-0 lead here. He'll show bunt, and he'll bunt it foul. Swing and a miss. And he strikes him out. Puts the first out on the board, brings up Caleb Bernal.
Caleb Bernal.
Foul tip, strike two. Two balls, two strikes, and one out. And now he'll step off, and the runners will touch up on their respective bases. And close, but he's safe. He's able to get his left hand back onto the bag. Or check that, his right hand, my apologies. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Still one out, 2 runners on, and a 2-run ball game. And this one's going a high fly ball. Preston Gall's got it. He'll fire it in quickly. The runners will stay put. Out 2 recorded. And I'll bring up Nick Rusted.
Catcher number 4, Nick Rusted.
Rusted 0 for 1, struck out looking last time he was at the plate. Here's the 1-0. Low for 2 balls and no strikes. That one is heading out towards short. Picked up, fired over, head first slide, got him. Got him for the 3rd out. They'll strand 2 on base, and we go now to the top of the 5th, and it remains a 2-0 game after 4 complete. 6-3 ground out to end the inning. That'll bring up batters 2, 3, and 4 for Jamestown. Jorson, Colpin, and Gall pending changes when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
All right, we move to the top of the fifth now here. It remains 2-0. Or, I'm sorry, the top of the fifth. It remains 2-0 here. Tyson Jorson, Jackson Colpin, and Preston Gall, batters 2, 3, and 4, are due up here for Jamestown. They have left a total of 8 on base, the Eagles have, while the Keybirds have only left 3 on base at this point in the game.
For Jamestown, catcher number 1, Tyson Jorson.
Swing and a miss, strike 1. Garrett Solberg still on the mound. Well, it's not what I meant to say. His Garrett Solberg's second inning on the mound since he came in. And that one's fouled away for a strike. Be a drop third strike. He might be able to run this one out, and he does.
Third baseman number 18, Jackson Colpin.
So I'll bring up Jackson Colpin. 0 for 2, ground out to short, pop out to second. One's fouled off for a strike, 0-1. Set and a pickoff attempt instead, and back in time is Jorson. Another pickoff attempt and back in time. 2-1 count here to Jackson Colpin. Preston Gall waits on deck. There's a strike. Runner goes, and Rustad didn't have a clear throwing angle, and that will allow Jorison to steal second. Puts a runner into scoring position for Jamestown with nobody out and a full count at 3-2. Payoff pitch to Colpin. And that one bounced foul, third base side will do it again. And that's ball 4. So 2 runners on for Jamestown for Preston Gall.
Center fielder, number 13, Preston Gall.
Could this be Jamestown's opportunity to break through? Coach for Williston is going to come out and try and calm his players down and talk things over a little bit. All right. So help provided to the Williston Keybirds from their coach, per the Beatles song that they just played. And now showing bunt, and Solberg will spin around and make the runners touch up. As Preston Gall was showing bunt, he will probably square up again. And he will. Pitch is outside, ball 1. Preston Gall's 0 for 3 with a fly out to the shortstop. Strikeout swinging and a strikeout swinging on his first 3 trips to the plate in today's game. Once again, the winner of this one has Minot at 7:30 tonight in a loser out elimination game. The other team bunted foul down the third base side, and it'll be strike 1. The other team's season will come to conclusion at the conclusion of this game. Williston 2 runs on 2 hits. Jamestown no runs on 5 hits. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to find the gap. It's going to be a base hit. Here comes Tyson Jorison around third. And coming into third is Colpin. They're going to send him too. And it's going to be a 2-run triple for Preston Gall. And we have a tie ball game.
First baseman, number 5, Bennett Gainer.
Jorison and Colpin score, and Preston Gall makes it all the way over to third on the 6th hit of the game. The Jamestown Blue Jays tie it up at 2-2, and their go-ahead run is 90 feet away with nobody out. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-0. That may have just injected a little bit of momentum into Jamestown here, especially if they can get Gall in from third before the end of this inning. We're at 1 hour and 21 minutes to go, or into this ball game, I should say. 1-1 pitch outside, ball 2, and Preston Gall will stay put. Here's Solberg with the pitch. And the swung on, and it's sent out into deep center field. Backtracking there is Collings, and tagging on third is Preston Gall, and the sac fly by Gaynor has given Jamestown a 3-2 lead.
Designated hitter number 16, Adam Sortland.
So that empties the bases, and there's one out now. And a 3-2 lead for Jamestown with Adam Sortland coming to the plate. And that pitch is a little bit low for a ball, 1-0. Sortland's 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out. Fly out to left center. And the 1-0 pitch. He'll show bunt, and he'll not be able to place that bunt down properly. He'll be fouled off for strike number 1. And they'll even the count up, but a ball and a strike with 1 out. Nobody on and a 1-run lead here for Jamestown in the top of the 5th. And this one rolling out towards first, diving, and they do not get it there in time. Adam Sortland, we'll see. I'm pretty sure they'll give him a hit for that one. We'll wait for the official scoring on that. And they do give him a hit. Caden Hawkinson, the batter now, and things are clicking for Jamestown. And looks like we're gonna have a change here. Coach gonna come out and send in a pinch hitter for Caden Hawkinson. Hawkinson was 1 for 2, reached on a fielder's choice, had a single to right, and now it is going to be number 12, Nate Walls. So we'll see if the changeup at the number 7 slot in the batting lineup continues to inject some life here into the Jamestown Eagles. 2 runs on no outs. They get 1 run on a sac fly. There's only 1 out in the inning. They got another runner on first now, and a new hitter, Nate Walls. First trip to the plate in this game. And a strike is called. It's 0-1. It's kind of like you're waiting for something to happen, for somebody to do something. And Jamestown is that somebody doing something here in the top of the 5th. Here's the 0-1. No, a pickoff attempt instead, and Sortland's back in time. And there's strike 2. There he goes. The throw up to second. Bounces out at second. Now put the second out on the board and take the runners off base. But the damage may have been done. At least in this inning, it may have been done. Still some baseball to play, obviously. Nate Walls now 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he swings and misses, and that's the 3rd out. So a little bit of excitement there in the top of the 5th. As Jamestown scores 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors committed by Williston, and they leave nobody on base. It'll be Bridger Johnson, Maxine, Chase Collins. Batters 9, 1, and 2 for Williston. Can they respond in the top of the 6th? We're going to find out shortly. Stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit Doolittle'sRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Three runs on the top of the fifth for Jamestown. They take a 3-2 lead. And here's Bridger Johnson. And Bridger Johnson finds one just to the left of second base for a base hit.
Right fielder number 10, Max Heaney.
So the tying run for Williston is on base. And the fifth inning is cooking up to be an exciting one that might decide the game, the way that this game has been played so far. Unless the game is totally shifting into score for the remainder of this contest compared to not scoring prior to it. Once again, the winner of this game gets Minot. And at the moment, Jamestown has the one-run advantage. Another pickoff attempt. Sliding back quickly is Johnson. Maxine is the batter. He's the top of the order here for Williston. I think that pitch came across for a ball. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet. They must have missed it. I'm pretty sure it's 1-0. Yep, now it is. Now it's 1-0, yep. There's strike one. Curveball. Hovering over the outer edge of the plate. Breaks over the middle at the last moment. 1-1. Runner goes, throw to second, and it might be in time. No, he's safe. Stolen base for Bridger Johnson. The tying run is in scoring position. 2-1 as the pitch comes across as a ball. Maxine 0 for 2. Ground out to the pitcher, a fly out to left field. And that one is sent to left field, and it's going to drift foul. Oh, just a little high. Full count. Near scare there. We'll see if Hadlewick can get a strikeout here and get that first out recorded. Payoff pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, and he got him.
Center fielder number 3, Chase Collins.
That'll bring up Chase Collins. He struck out swinging his first time up. Last time, he'd fly out to right field. Nice pitch, and it's going to miss for a ball. Certainly looked like it was in the strike zone from up here, but it's a ball, 1-0. And there we go. There, you got a strike there. So 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on in a 1-run ball game. It's true ones across the board. Holy smokes, nice grab there by Jorgensen, because that one went up way high and out. 2-1. Hadlewick will set. Deliver the 2-1. And, ooh, that one's fouled back, and we're at 2-2. A little high, full count. 3-2 to Chase Collins. Runner on second, Bridger Johnson. 1 out. And a big pitch here for Hadlewick. He'll deliver the payoff. That one's sent up high center field. And the catch is made. And Bridger Johnson will stay at second. Nice toss in by Preston Gall. That records the second out. And that brings up Connor Ekblad. Ekblad 0 for 1 with a walk and a fly out to left field. Ball 1. And the pitch. Ball 1 or ball 2. Should be ball 1, I think. There's a strike. Yeah, see, I thought it was 2-0 before that pitch. It is 2-1. And that one, line drive out into center field. Diving catch, and it gets past him. And rounding third is Bridger Johnson. He scores. It's a tie ball game. Preston Gall dived for it to try and get the third out. He may have been better off letting that bounce and picking it up on a bounce and allowing the batter a hit. I don't think Bridger Johnson would have scored if that would have happened. But it doesn't matter now. It's all knotted up at 3 apiece. He'll go into the books as an RBI double for Connor Ekblad, and now with 2 outs, here's Garrett Solberg. That's the 4th hit of the game for Williston, their first run since the 2 scored in the bottom of the first. Excuse me there. I tried to get the microphone away. I'm not sure if that went on the air or not, but. So on a wild pitch, Ekblad advances 90 feet closer to giving Williston the lead back. 2 balls, no strikes. Ekblad on third. Here's the pitch to Solberg. In for a strike, 2-1. Ouch. Thank goodness for the helmet there. That one popped off his helmet. And that puts runners on the corners now.
Number 11, Jaden Iba.
So first and third with 2 outs, and Jaden Iba is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single, and here comes Jamestown to the mound. Should I Stay or Should I Go is the song the DJ has selected, and an appropriate song, but it looks like Hadlewick's going to stay in this scenario. Williston has switched their pitcher while Jamestown is not. And we saw the starting pitchers in the first game go pretty much the entire distance until the 7th inning is when we saw our first pitching change. And still no pitching change yet for Jamestown. Not sure who they have on their roster to put onto the mound. They're probably going to try and let Hadlewick ride this one through here in a 3-3 ball game. He's got to get just one more out. And Jaden Iba is going to pop that one up deep to left field. It's caught now in the inning. They'll strand 2 on base, and we're knotted up at 3-3 at the completion of 5. To the 6th we go. Does Jamestown have more of what they had in the 5th in them? We'll find out when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Pitch count for Hadlewick through 5 innings now at 87.
This and That, locally owned and operated since 2019, has a wide variety of items, vintage classics, antiques, clothing, and so much more. One customer describes the inventory as fresh and revolving, as the friendly owners are always bringing new items into the store. So if you're looking for a super awesome store with very classy decor, a ton of variety, where the price is right, then stop in at This and That, 136 South Main Avenue in Rugby, or call 701-390-7453. For store hours, visit the This and That Facebook page.
Mitso Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitso Magic Services. Mitso Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitso Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitso Magic Services.
In center field with 21, Ethan Mortensen. Garrett Solberg is back in left field. For Jamestown, left fielder number 27, Isaac Webster.
All right, so we have a new pitcher here for. We're trying to figure out who it is. It's number 15. And that's grounded out towards second. Bernal will pick it up and fire it into the glove of Ekblad at first for the 4-3 and a ground out. It is, let me see here, Connor Ekblad is the new pitcher. So that means we have a new first baseman too. So I look through my binoculars, I do not see, yeah, that's number 3. That's Chase Collins. So Chase Collins at first, Connor Ekblad, the new pitcher. Garrett Solberg moves out to left field, and Eden Mortensen moves from left to center field. And I believe that's all the defensive changes here so far. 2 balls, no strikes, make it 3 balls, no strikes to Isaac Webster. 1 for 2, struck out swinging, and a single to left field through that 5-6 gap earlier on in this game, and now he walks. On 4-pitch walk to Webster brings up Ethan Otley. No, check that. Tom, that was, okay, well, what did I do wrong here? Oh, the 4-3 ground out. That's what I did wrong there. And then a 4-pitch walk to Otley, and now Thomas Newman is the batter. One-0 here to Newman. Make it 2-0 to Newman. 1 hour and 44 minutes, time of the game so far. We're in the top of the 6th inning. 2-0 pitch is in for a strike, 2-1. Three and 1. And it's a walk. A walk to back-to-back batters here for Connor Ekblad coming in the top of the 6th for Williston, and he's walked the first 2 batters, or 2 of the first 3 batters faced.
Catcher number 1, Tyson Jorison.
Tyson Jorison's 1 for 2, sack bunt, a bunt single, and a drop third strike. Reached base on that drop third strike. So he's reached base on 2 of his 3 trips to the plate today. And this one is out into right field. Running back to get it is Maxine. It's in the glove. And tagging on second and moving to third is Ethan Otley. So now runners on the corners with 2 out.
Number 18, Jackson Colvin.
So Ethan Otley moves 90 feet away from giving Jamestown the lead once again. Jamestown just needs a base hit to put themselves in front here in the top of the 6th. Runner goes. Throw to second, and he's safe at second, and now both runners are in scoring position. And that makes things a little bit sweeter if Jamestown can come up with a base hit. Last pitch was a strike. And this one's a little high for a ball. It's 1-1 to Colpin, who's 0 for 2. Ground out to short. Pop out to the second baseman and a walk. And that one's outside for ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. And that's ball 3. And a nice block by Rusted to keep the runners in check at second and third. Once again, it's Ethan Otley on third, Thomas Newman on second. In a 3-3 ball game here with 2 away in the top of the 6th. 3 balls and a strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Payoff pitch and a big one. Three-2 on the way. Struck him out. Bill Strand 2 on base. And that is a strikeout for Connor Ekblad as he goes down looking and remains tied 3-3 going to the bottom of the 6th. Chase Collins, Caleb Bernal, and Nick Rustad are the scheduled batters at 6, 7, and 8, pending changes when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, bottom of the 6th. New pitcher on the mound is Adam Sortland for Jamestown. Eden Mortensen is the batter. And Mortensen pops this one up left field. And it is caught by Isaac Webster. 1 pitch, 1 out for the new pitcher, Adam Sortland.
Second baseman number 16, Caleb Bernal.
Caleb Bernal's 0 for 2 with a fly out to left and a fly out to center. And that pitch will miss for a ball. Our first game went 2 hours and 7 minutes. Right now we're at 1 hour and 50 minutes in this game here. And this one's fouled back and we're at 1-1. And I think he went too far. Yep, he went all the way through on that one. Not intentionally, but he did. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Sortland delivers. Got it in there for strike 3. That puts the second out on the board.
Catcher number 4, Nick Rustad.
And brings up Nick Rustad. And there's a strike. Rustad 0 for 2, struck out looking and grounded out to the shortstop. This one popped up, fouled away for strike 2. Sortland, I have him down for pitch number 8 coming up here. And it'll be a ball. 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. And a 2-bouncer to short, picked up by Newman, fired over into the glove of Gaynor for the 6-3 ground out, and that retires Williston. 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the 6th. 10 pitches for Sortland in the 6th inning of play. And there'll be Preston Gall, Bennett Gaynor, and Adam Sortland, batters 4, 5, and 6, pending changes for Jamestown in the top of the 7th. When we return after this, stay tuned.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
Powerful and playful. Delicate and precise. Bold and carefree. It's the way you move, and it moves us. To deliver care for your whole family. To provide options beyond the expected. To help you leave pain in the past and find your way forward. Orthopedics and sports medicine at Sanford Health. Health lives here.
Preston Gall steps up to the plate to lead off the top of the 7th, tied at 3-3. Gall's 1 for 4 with a fly out, pair of strikeouts swinging, and a RBI triple. And that RBI triple happened in the top of the 5th when Jamestown scored 3 runs. Preston Gall's swing of the bat is responsible for 2 of those 3 runs. And Preston Gall himself is responsible for the 3rd run. And it's 2 balls and no strikes now to aforementioned Preston Gall. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one makes it 3 balls and no strikes. Eden Mortensen in center field. I'm not sure if I mentioned that last inning or not. If I didn't, I did now. There's a strike. So 3-1. And the pitch is low for ball 4, and now a walk. Preston Gall on the go-ahead run is on base now for Jamestown. Bennett Gaynor's 0 for 1. He was walked. He reached on a fielder's choice, and he scored. Preston Gall from 3rd on a deep sac fly to center last time he was at the plate. And that would tie, or that would give the Jamestown Eagles a 3-2 lead at that point. Throw to second, safe at second. He'll get the stolen base. 1 ball, no strike. Here's the pitch. Swung on and fouled away, and we're even at 1-1. Jamestown starting to pick up the pace here in the last couple innings. We'll see if they can cash in on it here in the top of the 7th. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Gainer will step out of the box and step back in with a 1-2 count. Nobody out on deck is Adam Sortland. Connor Ekblad with pitch 29, according to my numbers, coming up here. Swing, tap, foul, and he'll stay alive at 1-2. High for ball 2, excuse me. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Records out number 1.
Pitcher number 16, Adam Sortland.
Adam Sortland's 1 for 2, a walk, a fly out to center, and an infield single. That was back when he hit it towards second. It was heading out into right field. Caleb Bernal dived and stopped it, but was not able to throw it over to first in time. So he had to go against his dive to make the throw. Swing and a miss there, pushes the count to 1 ball, 1 strike here against Adam Sortland. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out, 1 runner on. 1's across the board here in the top of the 7th. And the pitch is low for a ball. So Bodie Ekblad started this game pitching for Williston, and now Connor Ekblad appears to possibly finish this one, presuming one of these teams can score here with only one of the 2 teams scoring. Otherwise, we'll go to extras once again. Two balls, 2 strikes. Fouled away, will stay at 2-2. Two on the way finally, and it's low for ball 3. Full count here to Sortland. Nate Walls is a scheduled batter on deck. Looks like we'll have somebody else. Stepping into that number 7 spot. Swing and a miss. And that is a strikeout for out number 2. And now batting for Nate Walls in the 7 spot is Braxton Perkins.
Right fielder number 11, Braxton Perkins.
And a quick visit to the mound here for Williston. DJ playing, not that our other DJ doesn't play good songs, but whoever's on the music today is really on spot by picking the right songs for the right moments of the game. And now he will not make the throw to third as Preston Gall will steal third on a wild pitch into the darker colored turf. Rustad's able to block it. It bounces off to his right and gives Preston Gall just the right moment, right opportunity to move to third. Ball one, make that ball two. It should be ball two. Yep, and it is. Swing and a miss, strike one. And that one's hit to right. And Maxine has it. That was Strand. Preston Gall on third. And out three is recorded, and we go to the bottom of the seventh, tied, and Williston with a chance to score one and win. 2 hours and 4 minutes. I have a feeling this will be a longer game than our first one that went 9 innings. And who knows, this one might go beyond 7 as well. We'll find out. We're going to take a break and be back in 60 seconds. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or a night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate control hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more. Mitzel Magic Services is locally owned and operated out of Bismarck, North Dakota. They provide the services you need to keep your home looking great. Whether it's lawn mowing or snow removal, get the job done for a reasonable and affordable rate with Mitzel Magic Services. Mitzel Magic Services also offers weed control, landscaping, tree trimming, and yard cleanup services and more. Want some magic done to your yard? You know who to call. Mitzel Magic Services. Contact Jaden today at 701-333-9791 or visit them on Facebook by searching Mitzel Magic Services.
Richard Johnson takes the first pitch deep to left, and it's caught by Isaac Webster. One pitch, one out here in the bottom of the seventh, and that brings up Max Heen. Back to the top of the order here for Williston as Heen bats one in the lineup. Once again, our last game went 2 hours and 7 minutes. This game now at the 2 hour and 7 minute mark. Only difference is 2 hours and 7 minutes to play 9 innings. Now it's 2 hours and 7 minutes to play 6 1/3 inning. Or 6 2/3, I guess. 4 outs into the seventh. And a nice grab there by Sortland. He will walk it over and toss it into the glove of Gaynor, and it's 2 pitches and 2 outs for Adam Sortland on a 1-3 ground out. And now Chase Collins will see if he can keep their inning going here for Williston. Somebody's going to play Minot. Bismarck and Minot are going to have a couple of tired teams in their opponents here, as we're going to extra innings in both of our early games. We go to the 8th, tied at 3. I like how Brad Anderson will have extra innings again. He wasn't here for the first game. We'll take a break and be right back after this. Stay tuned. The 8th inning coming up in 60 seconds.
Doolittle's Wood-Fire Grill is an experience that ignites your senses, featuring wood-fired rotisserie cooking. Grilling meat over an open flame creates that savory wood-roasted flavor, while the rotisserie rotation results in juicy and succulent meats. Doolittle's even has an outdoor fire pit that creates a relaxing setting to wine and dine for any occasion. Visit DoolittlesRestaurants.com for a full menu or to make a reservation. Doolittle's Woodfire Grill, 2112 25th Street South in Fargo, or call ahead at 701-478-2200.
For Jamestown, left fielder number 27, Isaac Webster.
Welcome to the 17th inning of baseball here at the state tournament today at Starting Bank Field in Fargo. It's 9 plus 7, and now we're in the top of the 17th inning, if that's how you want to look at it. Top of the 8th here in game 2, as the first game went a full 9. And a couple pitches in, and we're at 1-1. To Isaac Webster, who's 1 for 3, struck out swinging, a single and a ground out. And now we'll see this pitch go outside for ball 2. Should be 2-1. No confirmation from the official, but I'm pretty sure it's 2-1. And that is right into the glove of Caleb Bernal, and that's out 1. A line drive shot to the glove of the second baseman Bernal, and Ethan Otley will step up to the plate now here for Jamestown. And that one's gonna, oh, it was almost going into center field. Caleb Bernal made a diving attempted catch. He wasn't able to squeeze his glove on the ball, but he was able to drop it and keep it from going into the outfield, which holds Otley to a single. So it's still a base hit, but it could have easily been a double if not for the great effort there by Caleb Bernal. Thomas Newman, the leadoff batter for Jamestown, as we return to the top of the order, will take the first pitch for a ball. It's 1-0. Thomas Newman's 1 for 2, hit by a pitch, a single, a ground out, and a walk. And up high and in, 2 balls, no strikes. It'll be very interesting to see what pitching is left over for the two teams that win. Fargo Post 400, and then either Jamestown or Williston. Jamestown is a bigger roster. They might have an extra pitcher on hand in comparison to Williston, but I can't say that for sure. 3 balls and no strikes, and now a strike comes in to make it 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Top of the 8th, tied at 3. There's strike 2, full count. Runner goes, check swing. And they're going to award Newman a walk. A couple of fans thought it was a strike, but it is a walk. So Tyson Jorison, that'll be the second walk on back-to-back appearances for Thomas Newman. And Tyson Jorison 1 for 3. Sack bunt, a bunt base hit, a drop reach base on a drop third strike, and a fly out to center field. And this pitch is low for a ball. It's 1-0. So runners on first and second. Ethan Otley on second. Thomas Newman on first here for Jamestown, and a 3-3 game in the top of the 8th. And the 1-0 pitch is going to miss for a ball 2. Kind of looked like a strike from up here, but apparently not. 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 delivery. There's a strike. That looked more like a ball than the last one. 2-1. So either way, whether he was umpiring or I am umpiring, we still end up at a 2-1 count. And that one is fouled back, and we're at 2-2 now. And this one is foul. We'll stay at 2-2. Ekblad, I have him at 57 pitches already. Came in the, I believe it was the 6th inning, if memory serves me correctly. And this one's popped up. Running back is Bridger Johnson. He'll track it down for out number 2.
Third baseman, number 18, Jackson Colpin.
The question is, does Jackson Colpin have a base hit hiding in his arsenal here? It could give Jamestown the lead going into the bottom of the 8th. Check swing, they'll go to first, and first base will say no, so it's ball 1. 1 ball, no strike. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. And the pitch. In for strike 1, 1-1. Runners on, Ethan Otley on second, Thomas Newman on first. The batter's Jackson Colpin with Preston Gall waiting in the on-deck circle. And the pitch. Swung on and lifted up and fouled away over the Williston dugout on the third base side. And it's 1-2. 1-2, wind up and delivery. It's low, we're tied at 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Tied at 2 on the ball strike counter, tied at 3 on the scoreboard. Does Ekblad have a strike? Does Colpin have a hit? And Colpin will have a hit. It gets by the glove of Iba. Rounding third is Otley. He slides in and scores, and Jamestown takes the lead. And they will charge that as an error on the third baseman.
Center fielder, number 14, Preston Gall.
Newman slides into third. Colpin will get awarded second on that same error. And now a visit to the mound as Jamestown has runners, 2 runners in scoring position, and a base hit by Preston Gall could bust this one wide open. May I remind you, Preston Gall 2 at-bats ago in the top of the 5th had a 2-run RBI triple to right field to give the Williston, or to tie the game at 2-2. And then Jamestown would normally score 1 more after that to take a 3-2 lead. Williston would respond in the bottom of the 5th, scoring 1 to retie it at 3. And now Jamestown has just broken that tie, and Williston is in danger of seeing this score getting a little bit more out of hand in the event that Preston Gall can get another base hit. First base is open, 2 outs. You could consider intentionally walking Gall here too. That's an idea to think about. Pitch is high for a ball. Preston Gall fly out, a pair of strikeouts, the 2-run RBI triple and the walk. And now Nick Rusted will go up and have some quick words with Ekblad. Bennett Gaynor is on deck if we can reach that part of the lineup. This will be pitch 65 for Ekblad, according to my numbers. And the pitch is low, but not low enough. It's strike one. 1 ball and 1 strike. And the 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. Rustad tried to frame it up, but he could not do it quick enough to fool home plate umpire into calling a strike. It's 2-1. Thomas Newman on third, Jackson Colpin on second. The runner's on for Jamestown. 2 away in the pitch. High for a ball, 3-1. And a walk will load the bases for Bennett Gaynor.
First baseman, number 5, Bennett Gaynor.
Bennett Gaynor's 0 for 2. He had a walk. He reached on a fielder's choice. He scored the 3rd run for Jamestown on a deep sac fly to center field. Last time he was up, he struck out swinging. And he pushes this one foul for strike 1. And the pitch to Gall. Caught the edge for strike 2. Or I'm sorry, the pitch to Gaynor. My apologies. Gall's already on first base. So 0-2. Expect maybe an outside pitch here. Try to clip the corner. I doubt he'll go down the middle. And he did try and clip that corner, but he was not awarded the strike. And safe at home. I looked down to record the pitch, and coming in from third was Thomas Newman, surprising everybody, and now Williston has a 2-run lead. One ball and 2 strikes to Bennett Gaynor. Third base now open. And it's a little bit high for 2-2. And what an important run for Jamestown, as it gives them a 2-run edge minimum heading into the bottom of the 8th, depending on what happens here with Bennett Gaynor's at bat. And Gaynor sends it foul down the third baseline. Charges the air to the Jamestown third base coach for mishandling that catch. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on. 2 hours and 22 minutes, time of the game. And they strike out. So they leave 2 stranded, but they get 2 across. And they take a 5-3 lead into the bottom of the 8th. Can Williston get at least 2? They're going to have to, otherwise their season is over. We'll see if they can save their season when we return after this. Stay tuned.
Sweet Shots is Fargo's premier golf entertainment destination. Sweet Shots will host your birthday, bachelorette party, corporate events, date nights, or night out with friends and family. Need help with your golf game? Visit with one of Sweet Shots' PGA teaching pros. Hungry? They have a full food and beverage menu too. Try your shot in one of 60 climate-controlled hitting suites or one of 5 indoor full-swing simulators that include golf, hockey, hunting, football, soccer, and zombie dodgeball. Make the trip to 3400 James Way South in Fargo or visit sweetshots.com for much more.
All right, middle of the 8th here. go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-3 with 2 runs scored by the Eagles in the top of the 8th. The good news for Williston, they're only down by 2. It could have been worse. A base hit could have easily have made it 6-3, if not 7-3. Jamestown was in a very good position to put more runs across the plate, but they got the one on a stolen base at home on the runner from third that caught everybody, including yours truly, off guard. Everybody on the field, I should say. If you're watching from home, you probably saw the play clearly. Connor Ekblad, 1 for 2, walk, fly out, and a double. Double to center field on his last at bat. They're going to need 2 runs to cross the plate, and they have 3 outs to work with. And they push that first one foul, and there's out number 1. Two runs and 2 outs to work with, and here comes Garrett Solberg. Solberg sends it to right field. There's out number 2. Jaden Iba is the last hope for Williston. And a little dribbler to second. And Otley will fire it over to first. And the 10-seeded Jamestown Eagles defeat the Williston Keybirds in 8 innings by the final score of 5-3. 5 runs on 8 hits on 1 Williston error. And that error by Williston was the big one. That error by Williston allowed Jamestown to score the 4th run. And then they would bring in the 5th run a couple of moments later. And the team that only won 3 games the entire season has now won 2 games here at the state tournament. They will play Minot at 7:30 tonight. Our next game is the Bismarck Governors and the Fargo Post 400 Stars. It's going to start in about 35 minutes at 5 o'clock Central Time, and we'll have it for you here on MSPN Digital Television. Brad Anderson will be in for that one. I'll be back for the Jamestown Eagles and the Minot Vistas at 7:30 tonight as well. Thank you so much for tuning in. A couple of exciting games here to start off day 3 of the tournament. We'll see if the last 2 have can put up any kind of competition to what we saw in the first 2 games or not. It should be some good games. We'll be back in about 35 minutes with Bismarck and Fargo Post 400 right after this.
Has been a copyrighted presentation of MSPN Digital Television. Visit us online at our website and by searching MSPN DTV on most social media platforms. Thanks for watching MSPN Digital Television.